What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3. We are exploring the Profane Capital. I will note that before I jumped in the game today, there was an update. I looked at the patch notes. It didn't seem like it's anything that would affect us, but it also said they performed miscellaneous balance changes, so I have no idea what that did. So I think today we're gonna fight the boss here. Okay, so we've done the optional content, which was actually pretty long, but the actual stuff you have to clear to get through this is it's a pretty short trip. Can't go that way. Don't think. I have to find the way down to where I'm going. That's just another way there. Let's say hi to this gargoyle. Two hits. This great hammer is doing work. I like it. Oh, I see. Okay, I have to go jump down the other ladder in the tower. Let's climb up this. And I guess climb up this? I'm not actually sure how we get here. Well, let's not fall off there. Oh, let's just climb down here. That works. Take a look around. And get bombarded by people shooting fireballs at us. There's a gargoyle here. We saw it from above last episode, probably. Now we're gonna pull it back if we can. We're gonna try to pull it back into this room so that we're not getting shot by fireballs while we fight it. This hammer is strong enough to break through their guard. Which I assume has a lot of stability because it's literally their entire wing. Okay. So those are more of the people who were shooting fire at us from outside. And we're gonna get some payback. Oh, well, not if we continue to play like that, though. There we go. Hey, there's another gargoyle there. Heard the sound of fighting, came down to play. It has a slightly different weapon than the ones we fought before. Shooting fire itself. Gotcha. Let's go out here to the right next before dealing with the people straight ahead. These are the ones who were shooting fire at us. They're very tall. We're shooting fire from this thing. Not really a way to interact with it. We're getting to the point. I like how much Estus we have now, because I haven't been playing great. I've been pretty liberal with my Estus use, but we still have 7. Rusted coins. Not exactly exciting treasure. Okay, this room's going to be a little more difficult because there's a ceiling enemy in it. I don't know where the ceiling enemy is, but I know it's in this room. Oh, there... No, that's just a gargoyle. It might come down and fight us, too. There's one of the curse ceiling enemies. Maybe I have to start fighting before they'll do anything. I might have to bait people out. Oh, I hear things happening. You know, taking a look at these guys, they actually look kind of like less creepy versions of the Irithyll jailers. And I believe the jailers, in their lore, like on their gear, it did say they were from Irithyll, or they were from the Profane Capital. So I guess whatever species they are. I'm pretty sure there's another enemy that's going to drop down on us. It could be I'm remembering it wrong. Let's just start fighting and find out. I really thought we were going to get one more. Now I say that, we probably still are. Chests. Be wary of chests. We see the mimic chain on this one, we see the mimic chain on the other one too. So, let's have one at a time. Oh, didn't expect that. Rusted gold coins. Man, that attack always gets me. Great Shield of Glory. That is a shield with very high stability, but it is also extremely heavy. We're already, like, nearly capped on weight. What about you? I can't tell if it has the mimic chain or not. So, to be safe, no, it's not a mimic. Ember. Am I really getting out of this without another ceiling enemy? I guess so. People all giving hints at the fight. This gets a lot easier if you have another player cooperating with you. This mass of corpses is really interesting, because it looks like they're, like, almost embered. I just don't know what to think of it. It's kind of creepy, though. So this fight is a little different from most other fights in this game, and so I'm gonna do it, and I might die the first time. If I do, I'll definitely get it the second time. And you're gonna see me in menus and shit. It's kind of weird. But let's run it, and then I'll explain it afterwards. Okay, not getting him in the first time. So, I guess I'll explain that fight now, and why it's exponentially harder the first time. You may have picked up on it, but hey, we changed our weapon in the middle of the fight. This is... what we're using now is the weapon we picked up during the fight. In that room. Greatsword with a broken blade, also known as the Giant Slayer. The residual strength of storm that brings giants to their knees. Yhorm the Giant once held 2 of these, but he gave one to humans who doubted him and left the other to a dear friend before facing his fate as a Lord of Cinder. Skill, Storm King, assume stance to imbue sword with storm, most effective when facing giants. So that lets you do this. Charge up your sword like this. We should Ember up. And then the special attack of this, if you go into stance with it and then press R2, you will use the attack I saw that knocked him down a couple of times. And that is really the only effective way to hurt him. If you attempt to do that, if you attempt to fight him with normal weapons, he has an enormous amount of armor. You'll be doing like 20 damage a hit. And he has about 30,000 health, so you will never get him. There's a shorter way down, by the way. Since we've already run through here once, we don't want to go the long way. The storm sword is very noisy. I don't know how I actually feel about this fight. I actually don't think I like it very much. Gimmick fights are not something I tend to be a fan of. I think it might be better if this giant slaying sword worked on the other giants in the game effectively, but they're not weak to it at all. It's only Yhorm who's weak to it. I really think they should have made all the other giants also take huge damage from this sword. Yeah, you see I do 44 damage to him when I do this the other way. Just any other attack. But once it's already equipped and you don't have to worry about running through menus, this fight gets a lot easier. Because you just use the time where you had him knocked down to charge the sword up again. And then it's kind of a pushover. It's really getting started and going through the menus that is tough the first time. Which, if menus are your enemy in a fight, it's probably not the best fight. I don't mind those gimmick fights too much, but I wish one hadn't been a Lord of Cinder fight. But that's what it is. That's the Profane Capital. We're done. So, luckily, the next Lord of Cinder we're hunting, Aldrich, is really cool. Let's get our normal weapon back out. Vort's Great Hammer. Need 8 Titanite scales to upgrade it again. It's crazy. So let's go fiddle with our soul count here.
Oh.
Let's actually sell these coins, because we're never going to use them. And Yhorm's soul is worth 20,000. Now, it is worth noting, in the lore they gave us on that weapon, it said that he gave one to his friend, one to a dear friend, and one to humans who doubted him. So one of those groups, like, we found in the room, one of those groups clearly tried to kill him after he was a Lord of Cinder, and failed, and died. Because, you know, there's only 2, and we found one in his boss room. But I'm not sure what to make of that. Maybe the people who are really good at lore will come up with an answer for me. Or maybe they already have, and I just haven't seen their video yet. Let's level up.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak. Very well, then taken.
Oh, Crestfallen's back. Maybe he has some comment about... what's her name? Carla. Let's talk to him in a second.
Farewell, Ashen, may the flame.
Ah, I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? Hi.
Okay. He gave us the Farron ring. Let's check what that does. Reduces skill FP consumption. I don't use too many skills, but that could be good if you do. And that's Yhorm's head, crown and all, back to his rightful place. Okay, so we sort of had a shorter episode this time. Profane Capital just is not a very large area once you are done with the optional stuff and just doing the mandatory route. So until we'll cut it there, and I will catch you guys next time. So until then, praise the sun.